Relief. You two take care of labor.
Only intended for plain cut.
You don't want to die of cold. Toll free.
It's fine. It was delayed, but
It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. You know what's going to be my favorite part of all this?
Caden glazing silk song for 30 minutes.
Crinkles while I go and eat these M&Ms out of the bag.
Yeah,
I'm the
Matt.
worst podcast co-host imaginable.
Max will fix it.
Shut up.
So Caden, why do you hate Street Fighter? Why will you not play Street Fighter with us?
Because the character designs don't appeal to me very much.
You play
Just say
Mortal
you're gay.
Kombat. You
What
play
do you mean I'm gay? Half the characters in that game are overly muscular dudes who
okay,
grapple you.
and that would
And
be
what are the
cool.
other half of the characters?
I don't know, girls that do the same thing.
Exactly. You're not into that? I'm sorry, bro. There's no saving you.
Oh, I
canceling
just
you.
think I know you've said this in the past, but you're like, Street Fighter characters are just gooner characters. And then I looked up the roster for Mortal Kombat, and I was like, it's the same thing. They're the same picture.
I just play the ninjas, dude. The ninjas are actually dope. You
Bro,
don't need to play the
I
gooner
don't even
character.
know the character who her face is like not normal. It's just like a big jaw.
Melina?
I don't know, but that you're telling me that's not a gooner character.
Would you goon to that?
I'm not saying I would. Would you?
Her
If she's
face
wearing
is
the
like
mask.
split open and she has like 100,000 teeth.
You're into
Why do you
that?
think she wears a mask all the
No,
time?
but evidently you
I
are.
thought she had COVID.
You have COVID.
I don't have
I
COVID.
mean, technically, yes. Isn't that like part of the lore?
What?
Oh,
That
she
she
has
has
a
COVID?
disease. She is
Mhm.
diseased. That is her
Mhm.
character arc.
But yeah, we were
Mhm.
like, when Street
There's like
Fighter
the
6
same one
came
that
out,
like has Baraka
In the
or
new
something?
games, at least. In the new games. In the old
I don't
ones,
know
it was
Mortal
like
Kombat lore.
he was a
Remember-
genetic mutation in the old
Okay.
time.
so I know this. We've been recording for like 3 minutes, but I have to bring up some slander already against a certain individual. But didn't
Really?
didn't you play Mortal Kombat 1 and then Sam went and bought the full game and then never played it?
I don't
sounds
know,
about right.
actually. I can figure that out right now, though.
No, you
I-
can't
I-
because he doesn't have his library public. But do you want to know who can see his library?
You?
Me, because I can see Mortal Kombat 1 in my Steam library from your Steam family library.
Oh my
oh,
gosh,
so he does
did.
have it.
bro!
Mhm.
No, I remember now. He had it. He never played with me. I asked him to play, too. He was
Wow,
like,
it's,
I'm
it's
busy with
almost
exams.
like it's almost like another fighting game that we all bought and then he also bought and then didn't play with us.
No,
Isn't
this
that
happens
crazy?
all the
talking
time,
about?
dude.
Which one?
I
Sparking
I
Zero.
buy fighting game.
Oh, yeah.
Not you.
I buy
You buy.
I
You
buy
buy
fighting game.
You play dumb ones.
I play with Lance because Max buys it too late and Sam buys it and doesn't play it.
To be fair, you
The
play Mortal
XKO
Kombat.
was
So is this-
was going to be special because
Oh.
Rob was playing
2XKO
it.
was never going to be special.
And
I
then
didn't
Rob
like
looked
that
at me
game.
and said, "I hate this," and left
I've-
me. And I played alone for a while, and then it's like I need friends to play.
I
fighting.
actually so
Otherwise, I lose
realized
interest.
because granted, lately I've been on such a hate train for League of Legends because I'm tired of it. But I so realized I don't want to play a fighting game with League characters, and I would rather play Street Fighter. Because ultimately, number one, it's Smash Bros. Obviously, I'm like, if there was ever a number two, it would be Street Fighter.
You do know that like
Why?
the best thing about League of Legends by far is the characters from League of Legends. Like that's literally the only reason to like the game.
It is why I prefaced saying I'm on a League hate bender right now.
Like the best thing about 2XKO as a game, and I mean this, is that you get to play League characters, but you don't have to play League.
Oh man,
'Cause the
can't wait-
characters are
I can't wait
awesome.
to face Teemo, but in a fighting game.
He's just as annoying. But the thing about it is, you can
What?
play Blitzcrank but not get one shot by Yasuo. In fact, I would argue it feels great to play Blitzcrank and just kill Yasuo, like with your hands.
You wouldn't know
Mm.
about that.
No, I wouldn't. I play Warwick.
Because I played
That's
Blitzcrank and Yasuo.
yeah,
I'm-
I did Warwick Darius.
When I
Freak.
played the one time, I played Jinx. And I was like, oh my gosh. I forgot I suck at
See,
fighting games.
I didn't like 2XKO because the controls were so weird.
They're no different. From what I've heard, they're similar to Street Fighter, man.
I haven't played Street Fighter. I don't know what the controls are like.
hold back
But-
to block is standard in those games.
Well,
Mortal
yeah,
Kombat's-
back to block is standard in a 2D fighting game, but not like half my attacks are like left bumper and right trigger and shit like that.
What
Like,
kind
no,
of?
that was weird.
Yeah, but you can rebind it.
I didn't like it. I got too used to Guilty Gear and Arc Sys Works fighting games. I like my quarter circles and my Z inputs and a bunch of other shit that I'm going to be crucified by the larger fighting game community for saying. But I like that.
It's okay.
Oh boy, I
like,
do love buying
okay
a
if we're not part of
$70
fighting game.
special controller to play video games.
I don't. I used the PS5 controller and it was
Uh-huh.
great. It was amazing.
nervous laughter.
Use a D-pad.
No, I'm gonna do it when we play. If we play Street Fighter 6, I'm gonna hook up that controller. That's how I'm gonna learn it, and it's gonna be terrible.
Just gonna learn one combo and use it until you guys stop fighting me. That's what I
Dude.
do consistently.
You're just. I know what's happening. You're scared because in Smash Bros, you've always had Ridley that you could rely on, and you're scared of playing a new Street Fighter where there is no Ridley.
I like playing a character that I enjoy. I don't like it when I have to find a character. Did you know that I almost actually this is a lore fact. I almost didn't play League with you guys. Like when you first started playing League, because I downloaded the game and I was looking through the roster and all the characters just seemed really not my type of like gameplay style at all.
I actually
Or design.
do-
I was like, all these characters are just buff anime men and buff anime women. and then like I was scrolling through the list of characters and I tried Cho'Gath because he looked kind of funny. And then I realized he's not very fun to play. And I was gonna just stop playing, honestly. And then I found Aurelion Sol, and it all made sense. He looked badass, and he had a fun way to play the game. And that's what made me stick around for a long time and develop a unhealthy relationship with that MOBA.
and now it's a
I
problem.
blame. Yeah, technically you can blame Aurelion Sol for my.
You know what's crazy?
What's
is
funny
I
is that's
think
the exact same way how fighting games work.
I
Like bar for bar. Like when
Yeah.
I got into Guilty Gear Strive, right? Like I was looking through the characters. I started with Faust. And Faust I was playing, I'm like, Faust is alright. I like Faust. And then I was trying out different characters. And then I landed on the game's equivalent of Noob Saibot. Kai Kisk. And Kai's kit was awesome. And I liked playing with Kai's kit. And I only knew that because I just started around with the characters. Like that's what you're supposed to do in fighting games. You're just supposed to lab and figure out. It's fun.
Like, because I looked at Street Fighter 6's roster last night because you guys were trying to get me to get the game. And, like, there's a few characters that I was like, okay, they look kind of neat, but they're not going to get me to buy the game, right? Like, I kind of liked how Sagat, is that how you say it? Sagat? How do you say that name?
I don't know. I've never played Street Fighter. Actually, that's
Him,
a lie, I haven't played
I thought Rashid looked good. I didn't know Terry was in the game. That's
Yeah,
Yeah,
they've done a
he
couple
got added.
crossovers.
I didn't know he was
Barry
in the game.
Bogard
But,
from Super Smash Brothers.
but like scrolling through the list, a lot of the characters just looked like, oh, I'm just like a kung fu guy, or like Guile, who's just weird as hell. And then
It's just-
Dude, Guile is awesome.
Yeah,
Come on.
He's
what?
Mr. American military soldier guy. I will be
But no,
playing
I,
My
Cammy.
man
I
has
guess
one of
I
the
wonder-
most recognizable
why.
themes
I wonder
in
why.
all of gaming.
Very cool moveset. Yeah, personally speaking, of course.
Is
I have to mention this though before we move on
Cammy
too
isn't
far.
even in this game. What?
What? Never mind, Rob. I'm not playing
I'm
Street Fighter
looking
6.
through the roster and I don't see Cammy.
This is not true.
She's not in the game, I don't think, bro.
I'm not playing anymore. Never mind. It was a good run while it lasted.
I think she was DLC.
Oh, okay.
No,
I'll play. I'll
I
play.
don't even know if I see her on the.
There's no way.
She's-
Isn't she like she's like in the like top? Surely everyone in the movie trailer we saw last night is in the game. Those are all like the main characters.
Yeah, no,
I don't know.
she's in the game. I remember.
Okay.
I remember Twitter talking
Oh!
about her. Rita's
Caden-
No, there she
stupid.
is. I found her. She's next
Caden
to Lily.
stupid. I have to mention this. because you brought it up, but I do remember you guys watched Arcane, and then I was so against it because I'm like, you League of Legends, I'll never touch that. And then I watched the show, and I remember being one of the first ones to try League of Legends. And I remember you specifically. I basically begged you to play the game, and you guys were all like, wow, we play Dota. We don't want to get into League. And then I kept begging people one by one, and that was the worst mistake I've ever made. Because that was
And then I
before,
found-
that was before Alex and Matthew. So, and obviously Braden didn't play that game with us.
Yeah,
So
it's
I
kind of your
brought
fault.
I brought it upon myself. The hubris of man, the hubris of Mudkip.
Yeah, no, we're gonna start playing Street Fighter basically. I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of fun stuff about that. Like,
And I am gonna destroy you guys.
no,
You know what's gonna happen?
What?
A repeat of Persona 4 Arena is what's gonna happen.
Alright, that game was bogus. I went into that game expecting Smash Bros.
Why in the world would you go into a different fighting game expecting it to play like Smash?
Because I just thought all the fighting games played like Smash Bros. I'm like, oh, you only have like 4 attacks. I'm like, every
No.
single combinations of buttons I press is something new. There's a video on my YouTube channel of when we played. And I think I said, I'm going to rematch you. And then I never played the game again.
Mm-hmm. That's what's gonna happen again.
Nah.
bro does not play fighting games.
I have
Guys, not.
I got more conviction this time. There's an evil Caden on the line.
An evil one?
Why
Yeah.
couldn't we just get people to play Smash, dude?
Well,
Because it's a Switch exclusive. Not everybody can get into that.
we have friends who have a Switch though.
We have a lot of people that
And
have
also,
I
that
would-
game is $60.
I would say I would much rather prefer to play Smash. But also, if it's only us 3 playing Street Fighter 6, we might as well just play Smash Bros.
Yeah, because Sam will say he'll get the game and then he won't. Or if he does, we will never get him to play it because he's busy with exams.
I don't count on playing games with Sam. No, I don't.
What happened?
I don't.
What's the story?
No, it's just the same thing. He just doesn't play games. Like, I'll ask him, yo, we should play a game. Every once in a while, we'll get him. Like, John and I were playing Destiny the other night. And we were like, yo, Sam, I understand you're doing whatever the you're doing, but you should, like, not do that. Come play Destiny with us. And we begrudgingly got him to get on the game. It's, like, the first time I've seen that happen ever in real life.
If you want to play games
But-
with Sam, you're
That's
going to have
crazy.
to play the Warhammer Tactics games. Then you'll have a chance. He would agree with me.
I can't remember what else it was too. But we were sitting there was like a bunch of us playing a game in the call. And Sam was like, "Oh, nah." Like we were like, "Sam, come, could you get on the game?" You know, and he's like, "Nah, I'm playing this game where you look at a map."
Like all the games he plays?
That's it.
You know, the game where you look at the map.
Mm-hmm.
That guy. That's
So
Sam
look at
guy.
the map.
Sam, if you're listening, Braden is still pissed, by the way, about the Halloween
What is Braden
situation.
pissed about?
The
Wario.
Wario.
What is there lore
Bro,
here?
there's
I don't
no
know.
way. Okay, so there is lore. 2 years ago,
2 years ago.
2
damn.
years ago, at a Halloween party, Sam approached Braden and said, "What if we do next year? I be Wario and you be Waluigi for Halloween. Wouldn't that be quirky and cool?" And Braden said, I really with that. That's an awesome idea. But next year, I'm already going as, Connor. Because me and Megan are doing Connor and Carter. And he said, okay, we'll do it after this Halloween, And this Halloween rolled around, and Braden shows up dressed as Waluigi. And Sam shows up in a flannel shirt with jeans. And when Braden's like, that's not a Wario costume. Sam goes, yeah, I couldn't find one.
He had 2 years of prep time.
I see.
And Braden has not let it go yet. I think justifiably so, because he could have been anything last year, and he chose to partner with Sam, who showed up in a flannel shirt. And evidently, when he was asked why he's not dressed like Wario, he was like, I went to Spirit Halloween 3 days ago, and Wario wasn't there.
Bro, we went to Spirit. What was it? Because was it Jackson? Was it me, you, and Sam that went to Spirit?
Nope, I was not there.
It was Max, me, and Sam that went to Spirit. I think. I'm pretty sure. Fairly certain.
Yeah.
And no, there was like nothing good there. I don't know why he was banking on that.
He's a silly guy. So yeah,
He could have
understandably.
bought a Spirit Halloween fursuit mask, and he would have
Could have ordered it on Amazon, doggy.
You could have ordered it like in the middle of summer when they're dirt cheap.
Like get some overalls and like a yellow T-shirt and like a Wario hat. You know,
He could have gone to
it's like all you
Goodwill.
got to do.
He's a terrorist, dude. Sam is a terrorist. Sam's a terrorist. Ian's a terrorist. I have a screenshot of
What
him
did
playing.
Ian do?
Oh, I have a screenshot of him playing League of Legends for 17 hours straight.
Oh my god.
I'm trying to think who else is a terrorist. Max is a terrorist because he asked to play games at 11 p.m. on a work night. That's terrorism.
He's
who
going to
else?
be editing this, and he's going to have a problem with you saying that. For sure.
Nah, it's terrorism. Listen, I didn't say it was bad. I said it was terrorism.
Oh, yeah. Halloween.
Okay, hold on, back up.
No, we should
That
move.
statement implies you don't think terrorism is bad.
What statement?
What collar is Kip wearing right now?
No. Rob, don't make this about that man.
Kip, switch it out. Switch it.
He's got the Houthi pirate in the background. He's like, yo, go, 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 go.
Switch it. Quick, quick.
But yeah, I have decided that I'm not going to do partner Halloween costumes with Sam. To that extent, I wouldn't do it with like a lot of people.
I think the group collectively.
Cameron and I talked about maybe doing something next year, but it's up in the air.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like the whole costume thing personally. I'm not a big fan of it.
What, do you believe it's Satanist or something?
No.
Oh.
I would say
It
it's
just
crazy.
costs money, and I don't look good in costumes.
Pick like characters that you resemble, and you'll be good. Like, I think one of my favorites was when I went as like Marty McFly. That was fun.
I have a photo of you in that costume.
Oh, that was a fun one.
I think I have a video of you like dying.
Caden hasn't seen the edit that I made using that photo either.
I think I know what you're
You have an
talking
edit
about.
of me?
I was working on a project. You remember like years ago when in my own channel's lore, I made you the
cookie clicker.
like the master of the Chinese Communist Party.
Yeah.
So I was working on a sequel to that out of the blue the other night. I feel like I gotta pull it up. I feel like I gotta share screen it here and get everybody's
Did you-
live reaction.
Are you about to face reveal me?
I suppose it does have your face in it, but I mean,
I don't really care.
if you don't want to pull it up, I won't.
Is it is it racist? Or
We just
either way,
we add it in right now. Be like, whoa, that was so funny.
Party har
the
har.
point I'm
Haha.
We're
the
gonna
point I'm
cancel.
making, I guess, is like go as a character for Halloween that you could reasonably be, and
I
you'll
totally forgot we were talking about this.
I did too.
you'll vibe hard.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're like, oh, I don't look good in any costumes. Like just dress like a skeleton. Like it'd be funny.
Spooky, scary skeleton.
Dude, I
Sending
remember I made a
shivers
spooky
down-
scary skeletons edit in high school when we had to do the green screen projects. You remember those?
That was like one of my favorite projects ever, by the way. The green screen one in multimedia. That was
Yeah.
fun.
I remember making a spooky scary skeletons edit with that. Dude, I was a menace on that class, bro.
You got
was
you got like
amazing.
a D on purpose, and the only reason she gave you a passing grade in that class is because she knew you knew what you were doing.
I had to take the semester final.
Yeah, you were being
I was being a
being a bad shit too. Because like, didn't she have a serious like sit down talk with you where she's
Yes.
like, it's obvious that you know what you're doing, so
Yes.
why don't you just?
I
Yeah,
told her because
that's-
it was boring.
dude, she was
Rob was a
desperate
bad
for you to
boy.
just like be normal. You know what's really like in a way it's really sad is she probably really wanted to pass you, but just there's no way to justify what you were doing.
So Rob was a terrorist.
Oh, it was the good old days,
Yeah, like
though. It was
like
the
not
good
even
old days.
joking.
Okay, you want to know
Jaxon-
something funny about one of those projects, though?
Hmm.
Yeah, what?
So, this was around the time that Battlefield 1 was coming out, and a lot of people were making just like goofy edits to the Battlefield 1 trailer. And I started doing that as just like a side funny haha thing. And I actually ran out of time to make the project normally, so I submitted the Battlefield 1.
That's crazy.
Deadass. Like, deadass. I submitted a meme because I ran out of time to work on the actual project. 'cause
I do
was too busy
remember-
working on the meme.
Your video or one of your videos, because I don't think you were in class the day it happened, but you know she would do the ranking board,
Yeah.
and like I think
I was banned
almo-
from that ranking board.
No, you weren't, because 1 week you were up there.
Well, 1 week I was up there, maybe when I actually did the damn assignment.
No, it wasn't.
I-
You were on the ranking board for one of your posts, and I think that was the time she talked to you.
Yeah, I think that was about right. I remember getting banned from that ranking board, though. And because I remember one of the other kids in the class wanted to watch mine, and she like explicitly refused.
She could. I mean,
To show it.
let's put ourselves in the teacher's shoes for a sec. She can't encourage what you were doing.
No, she couldn't. She couldn't. She definitely
She-
couldn't.
So would,
She had to
definitely
put.
couldn't.
She had to put her foot down
It was-
somewhere.
would Sam have killed you if Sam was your teacher?
Sam would have laughed his ass off
So-
because
so
it was
Rob-
funny.
So what Rob did, I'm not really joking right now because this
Oh,
was
well,
one of
I
them.
mean,
is
I can.
you,
Yeah, I can fill in whatever blanks.
The projects would be simple things like narrate a story and use pictures in the background that like match the story, or create like a thing where you will say this is a triangle, this is a square, and then
I
display the
hated
triangle
that
and display
one.
the square, and then like I think in the shape video I do remember Rob distinctly going, "This is a triangle. This is a bottle of Clorox bleach." He put
No,
a
no, no, no,
bottle
no,
of Clorox bleach.
No, that's not how that went down. The bleach was in the video, but it was hidden. It was hidden. I hid it in the background.
There was a
I hid it in
blatant.
the background.
There was a blatant Clorox, Rob. I remember.
No,
there was a blatant-
it wasn't center frame because that video I made as like a. Oh man, and I'm looking and I feel like my mic is peaking super bad right now, and if it is peaking, I'm so sorry, Max. Let me just adjust my gain. I've got the Asmongold desk right now, and it's dark in my room, so I can't see anything. Hold on, where's my? A little bit. Maybe that's a little too far. All right. So it was the it was the video where it's just like this. You're supposed to throw up like this stock image of a square or some bullshit. This is a square. This is a triangle. Some like that. I was just so completely bored out of my mind with that project. So I did like a smash cut, really fast edit to like this really 2014 ass song of all these different squares and triangles, and in the background on one of them was just a bleach bottle, and I left it there so people would see it, but it wasn't like the main focus of whatever the shot was. Because I remember people pointing it out and being really proud of myself that people got the funny and thought it was funny. Like, that's what I was making it for.
What's crazy to me is like I do feel for the teacher, and I remember at the time feeling for the teacher because I was like, because I took the opposite approach Rob did. I also know how to edit, like vaguely, right? And Rob was just posting, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do the reverse of a post, which is to try hard every single one of these. Like
you were going crazy with it. You were like doing. You wanted 2 chroma key layers, and we were using iMovie, so you had to like, you had to render it out once, and then add a second chroma key layer over it and render it again. I remember you doing that, and I explicitly remember that because we were talking. She brought you up in our class that you had done that, and I'm pretty sure it was just to snub at me.
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat.
I'm pretty sure she knew we knew each other.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure it was just a it was just a shot at me directly of, oh, Caden's doing so good, he's going above and beyond, and I'm stuck with this poster in the back.
I'm starting to believe maybe teachers are underpaid.
And like it's even better too, because
I'm curious if I could actually find any of those old ones. I think they were all on like our school YouTube channels, and I'm pretty sure those are
deleted. Well, because I remember the first assignment we had to do was a tutorial. Like we had to make a tutorial for how to do something on the computer, and I did how to change my background on a Mac OS X, and I think it got like 17,000 views.
Oh my gosh! You could have made it big, Caden.
It was an actually successful video about doing that. I also remember that my assignments were always on the board because, like, you know, she'd put up the top like assignments that got voted.
Yeah, because like you said, it was like all the people in those classrooms. I think out of our entire grade, like there was some people that knew how to edit, but like me and you were like the 2 that like knew how to edit.
At the time, I was trying YouTube out.
Right. So you were there because you took the approach of, oh, I'm just going to go crazy with this and try to make it as good within the scope of the parameters of the assignment as I could. And mine were up there because they were stupid and funny.
Yeah, I cheated a little bit too because I know the double chroma key you're talking about was the green screen video where we had to use green
it was
screen.
The green screen, yeah.
And I remember the one rule of that assignment was no matter how crazy you want to get, you can't die. Like you can't have a green screen of you like dying. So I made these incredibly perilous green screens where like I came close to dying but never actually died. And I think that was like the best assignment in the class because there was one where like I had lightning strike the ground as I dove to the side. I had one where like a jet was flying at me and I ran out of the way before it hit me and it like exploded on the ground. I just edited like this crazy action movie stuff, but I never once got hit by anything.
I can't see what's funny about that is I can't remember what I did for the actual assignment part of it. Like the few times that I actually did that. Cause I remember the one that I did the Battlefield edit to was like the training montage one that you were supposed to do.
Oh yeah.
And I edited it into the Battlefield 1 trailer. The shapes one, I did that weird little post edit and that was the beginning of the journey. That was the beginning of the. Because she had no idea what that was.
You're so lucky.
She opened that.
You're so lucky.
That was the only one. That was the only one that got played in front of the class, by the way, because she didn't know what it was. Opened it, it played a post, and then my did not get played in the classroom anymore.
You're a bad person.
My favorite thing about that whole situation is you are so unbelievably lucky that she, at the bare minimum, accepted that you knew what you were doing. You got a D in that class when you definitely should have failed.
Well, no, I failed most of those assignments up until the point where
you tried on the final. I think.
Well, yeah, I went into the final and I just did the final because the final was an optional final, and the only reason I was taking it was because if I didn't take the final, I was failing the class.
All right,
I did the optional final just to get above 100%.
It sounds like
100%.
My terrorist list is now being updated to include Rob.
Dude, those were the good old days. Because that was, I want to say, sophomore year. And sophomore year, I just hit this weird it with school. where I was like, this has been all I've ever known for my entire life, and I just stopped giving a shit about it. And I mean, obviously my grades dropped, like very, very. It was out there, and like the video thing was the best example of it because I didn't give a about the grade in that class at all, so I just made whatever.
You want to hear
Yeah,
a funny story of something a class I took?
Sure.
Bro's gonna say no for a second. So I took a photography class in high school. And it was completely unnecessary. I just did it because I wanted to, and it was pretty fun. Um, I was pretty decent at it. The teacher liked all the pictures I took, and then at the oh gosh, why am I blanking? Whatever the halfway point of the school year,
Midterm,
yeah,
whatever.
yeah, like the midterm final. It was to write a 25-page paper.
Oh my gosh.
And then when she said that was the midterm, I dropped out of the class immediately.
No.
Because I'm like, hey, I was having fun taking pictures, but I don't like writing papers. And whenever I did write papers, everything I write would be super like concise and like worded well. That's crazy. Go.
Whoa.
Wow. I just listened to you talk about how you were some stupid dumbass kid in school for 40 minutes.
For the listeners who aren't watching, Rob changed his picture to have "Please wrap it up," which is the statement that was at the Game Awards last year.
Oh my gosh.
It was fresh on my mind. It was funny. I wanted to see how long it was going to take you to notice it.
I
Didn't
noticed
take long at
immediately.
all.
All right, well, screw you. Anyway, the photography class was fun until I had to write a big long paper because I don't like writing papers, and everything I wrote was super concise and short, and so I was not good at stretching things out.
That's what the like double line spacing and like the big font was for, and like
I couldn't stretch it out to 25, and I knew.
You know, in college,
25 is a heck of a lot.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy.
You guys both like would have suffered in college.
There's a reason I did not go. There's a reason I did not go to college. I had no interest.
We had font limiting. Your font could only be like size 12.
Yeah, I had no interest in college.
Okay, granted, I write essays for fun now, so like
I'm sorry for your loss.
I could probably get like I could probably write a 25-page essay on something, but man.
Okay.
You know,
dude,
we're talking a lot about high school, and you want to know something about high school that I really liked?
Getting done?
Video games. What's your top 5 video games?
Bro, just what?
Bro, we're ending the episode.
Bro wants to wrap it up. We're at 30 minutes in.
We're gonna discuss. You know we're gonna discuss, right? Like, there's no way.
This is a terrible transition. This is like one of my transitions.
Yes,
this is
it's
a Linus
awful.
Tech Tips transition.
Okay.
Speaking of selling off prototypes that I was given to test, our sponsor, Squarespace.
Please,
God, why you trying to start beef with people who are so much bigger than us?
Someone please sponsor me. I'm making no money right now.
I must prove that I'm the superior Canadian.
Either way. This was a really weird.
What? Keep going.
I don't even know what happened.
Keep going with this, Caden. I want to hear what you got to say.
I was gonna say this is a really weird year for gaming because there's been a lot of good games and I have not played many of them.
All right, so basically what Kane's trying to say is I asked these two to figure out their top 5 games of 2025, obviously since it's the end of the year. And the Game Awards just happened last night. And if everyone doesn't have all 5 of their games being Expedition 33, then you are simply wrong. But But yeah, I asked them to figure out their top 5 games. Some of us have played more games this year than others. I think I've probably played the most. When I looked and counted, it was like 14.
Undoubtedly, I was struggling to put a list together.
Yeah, you played the most.
Yeah, but that's what I do. I play a lot of games, and I don't really play multiplayer games, so I play a lot of single player games. Whereas these guys are more ingrained into multiplayer games. But
I just play old games.
yeah,
So they didn't.
nothing wrong with that. So yeah, we're just gonna go through our top 5, and like Caden said, we're probably gonna talk about them a little bit. We'll start at 5, go around the table, work our way up. Let's start.
I'll start first to immediately start.
Okay. What's your stupid number 5 game of the year?
2XKO.
Are you
Actually, not
kidding
even
me?
joking. I like that
You played
game.
that
I
game
am
for
having a lot of fun
42
with it.
minutes.
I have played that game
Jaxon,
for longer than
Jaxon,
that.
I'm leaving the podcast.
Oh my-
This dude. No.
Dude.
What I want to say about 2XKO is that I've been enjoying my time in it, and the only reason that I haven't played more of it is because none of you like it.
You've
If I
been
had
rage
friends
baiting
who
us for
played the
35
game,
minutes.
I'd play it more. No,
Top 5? I'm trying.
top 5.
I'm
I
trying.
like it more. I like it more.
Listen,
I like it more than, because I'll tell you the games that like definitely got beaten out and that aren't even on the list. I liked 2XKO more than I liked Silent Hill F,
okay.
and I liked 2XKO more than Bonanza.
All right, you should kill yourself. I mean, keep yourself safe. I mean, keep yourself safe.
Animosity.
Nobody played that
All right.
game with me despite it being free.
I am demoting a game out of my
Is
top
Jackson
5.
gonna do? Is Jackson doing his number 5 next? Is that how this is working? I feel like that's the best way.
I can.
I don't know.
I can do.
I suppose.
So, what I'm gonna say,
Yeah.
to start off, because this
What do you got?
is an honorable mention because I just wanted to include it because it was a really, really close race between 4, 5, and 6. But ultimately, this is what I came up with. My honorable mention is Kirby Air Riders. It's very fun. It was fighting for spot number 5, but ultimately it did not. And I want to preface that 3 racing games came out this year: Mario Kart World, Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, and Kirby Air Riders. And I know there's a lot of infighting between these communities. And all I'm gonna say is, in my opinion, I was like, holy crap, we got 3 fun racing games, and I liked all 3.
Sonic Racing Cross Worlds on top. All the other racing games each.
Yeah, so Kirby
Yeah,
Air
Sonic
Riders.
didn't win Game of the Year though because it's a dog franchise
Kirby-
with a dog fan base with a dog.
So
That's
maybe
crazy.
you can start talking after you get an update, you Mario Kart fan.
Hey, there have been updates.
Mario Kart's not on my top 5 list. It isn't even present.
This is awkward.
I know. I just know that's your racing game of choice for this. Actually, you're a Kirby guy. No, never mind.
Yeah.
I can say the same thing though. You guys are only getting balance patches, so.
No, they updated
It's because
Mario
the game
Kart
came out
World.
complete. It's
We're
because
talking about Kirby
Oh.
now.
I don't know.
Kirby Air Riders was a complete package. That's why it's not getting updated.
Yeah,
It's
Kirby
'cause
Air
the devs
Riders-
aren't lying, cheating scumbags.
Kirby Air Riders was really close to breaking the top 5, but it did not. My number 5, and this is my personal list, right? You guys can't do nothing to me.
I thought it was my list.
No.
Okay, first of all, you told me to end my life.
It's
So don't go on
my
about
number 5
personal
game that
lists.
released this year is Pokemon Legends ZA.
Kill
Glad
yourself.
it's at the
No.
bottom.
I had a lot of fun with this game, mainly because this was the game I wanted 10 years ago so badly. Like 10 years ago, Jackson, this was the game. And to finally be able to play it 10 years later, it's fun. And I also never played Pokemon Legends Arceus. But it's been fun. I love Mega Evolution. The story was fun. Kalos is my favorite generation by far. And I had a great time with it. And that's
Yeah, you
that's
know
my
what? We're
number
too
5.
negative right now. I respect your opinion. I didn't play it because I don't play Pokemon.
Part of me feels like that's a lie, but I just can't prove it.
Played Sword
I
and
don't
he
play
played
Pokemon.
Sword and Shield.
Yeah.
Was his last
Sword
one.
and Shield was the last one I played. It's because of
You
Snom.
didn't play Violet?
No.
Huh.
No, we
Snom
I think
was like,
You bought that game just for Snob?
no, but he was definitely the only reason I kept playing it.
Mega Evolution Pokemon are awesome, and Zygarde is the coolest legendary, besides Rayquaza.
That is.
What did you say?
It's like a
I
snake.
don't know what that is.
Zygarde's like a big snake that splits
It's like-
into smaller forms.
Isn't that like Ekans or like Rayquaza?
No.
Rayquaza's the big
No.
long snake. Zygarde's the Z Pokemon from XYZ.
Yeah.
It's a good game.
He's
If you
his-
like,
he's
if you like-
his- he's the letter Z.
that's his gimmick.
Anyways, we need to know Rob's fifth. Let's see Rob's
My
card.
fifth.
Surely,
Oh,
surely
boy.
we're all gonna be civil for our.
Yeah, no, this game that only I've played, and my number 5 was Bleach Rebirth of Souls. Banger fighting game, didn't have ranked, so it didn't last too long.
You know what my first thought was, Rob?
What?
It was, damn, that's a drought game. That's like, that is the
No,
kind of game
Here's
that...
keep in mind, my list, short. I didn't play too much. 2 of my top 5 are expansions for a single game. That's what I'm hurting for this year, alright? No, Bleach Rebirth of Souls was actually a really nice fighting game. I liked it a lot. It didn't have crossplay, and it didn't have ranked right away, so it died off really fast. It's kind of
That's
sad.
insane to release
But,
a game without
other than that, it was fun.
ranked right away. I feel like that just
Yeah, I don't know. It was really weird that they didn't release ranked right away. And that's kind of the reason why I stopped playing, because like I liked the game, but there was nothing for me to chase in the game. So I just went to other games where there was a more form of progression. And they did add ranked later, but by the time they added ranked, most people had stopped playing it. And of course, you know, it's a niche within a niche. It's a fighting game based on an anime, so the population is going to be really small. And they didn't do crossplay for some damn reason.
they sent it out to die. It was a money laundering game.
Yeah,
So that's
it was dope ass game. I liked it, but
yeah. I think I watched you play it once or twice. So that was
Now-
the round of 5. Caden, what is
Yeah,
your
the
fourth?
four.
Your fourth game of the year pick
My
for
fourth
2025?
is subject to become my third. The thing about it
What
is
does
that I
that mean?
haven't played enough of it. I've been enjoying my time with it right now. Metroid Prime 4 takes the 4th spot. And the reason is because I feel like I could put it higher if I had more time in it. But what I've gotten of it so far, it has been a very, very good action shooter with great boss fights. Miles McKinley is not that annoying, and I don't know why people crucify him. I don't understand. Yeah, he's Marvel, but like it's not that bad. And then the graphics are literally amazing. Like the game looks great, plays great, it's smooth as hell, and it's probably up there on the list of like Metroid games. Granted, I've heard controversial things about the game going forward. I myself am probably about like 2 to 3 hours into it, and I'm still having a lot of fun, obviously, but I was excited for that game, so that's also a little bias.
Yeah.
I could pull the pin on a grenade right now.
What? Are you gonna bring up the stupid desert?
No,
What? What's your grenade?
I don't know if I want to pull the pin on.
Come on! You can't chicken
can't
out now.
Edge us like that. You gotta
So-
say it.
I saw a tweet by Jackson's favorite Twitter account
Oh, is it?
doing a graphics comparison between Metroid Prime 4 and Halo 4 for the Xbox 360.
Do you know?
And I looked
You
at
know
it,
that guy bit crushes the
And I-
videos on purpose.
and I thought Halo 4 looked better.
Well, maybe, Rob,
Was-
you should play Prime 4.
I just need to know.
Maybe at
I
some
just need to
point.
know. Was the video part for Metroid Prime 4 of the desert?
No. It was like I want to say it was like the opening of the game, but I don't know Prime 4 enough to know where it came from.
The music
But,
in
like,
Prime 4
it
is
could have
also
it could have been entirely cherry picked. I have no idea. Definitely could have been.
I think
I
the
just
game
remember
looks
looking at the
great.
screenshot and going, yeah, dude, Halo 4 looked really, really good for over 10 years ago.
But-
Interesting.
No,
Now
I
I get
wanna play.
crucified by Prime fans and Halo
I will not
fans.
be.
I mean, I'm not going to
will-
crucify you for being misinformed.
I will not be looking up that account because I blocked him because he's really annoying. And he hates everything. And he says that PlayStation is technically stronger than a PC.
I love the angry Mudkip while talking about this guy. Like,
Okay, I had like a 1 month stint of like I was sick with
You
him
had a very one-sided Twitter beef with
Okay,
him.
because the guy's a loser, and at the end of the day, he's just farming engagement. And unfortunately, I gave him some engagement, but
You fell for the rage
I
bait.
did, which is why I stopped. And I blocked him. I'm like, wait a minute, this is a complete waste of time. I'm done arguing with this guy. He's obviously a moron, and like his entire personality is just to piss people off. So I put in the pass, and it's like you saying that Twitter account had like unlocked memories. But I will go with
either way.
my number 4 game, which is also, funnily enough, Metroid Prime 4. I did beat this game.
That's
I've been looking forward to this game for a very long time. And so I knew the Prime games were somewhat shorter. So I played the entire thing over the course of a weekend and I streamed it. And I had a very fun time. Like Caden said, the hate for the opening character, I think, is crazy. In my opinion, he acts like any normal person in his circumstance would. And I actually enjoyed all of the characters in the game.
Okay, I have another funny thing to share. I saw a comic on on Reddit, which was like his face being blown off by Samus. It was just like gore of him, like literally just being murdered.
That's just the default Reddit response.
Well, I was
you
like,
don't like something, just
kill
extreme
it.
violence.
and my first thought was, I was like, dang, this guy must be really annoying for people to treat him this way. And then like I played the game and I'm like, oh, he's just
guy.
He's
a
little annoying, but I don't feel the urge to like shoot him.
He's literally the like mechanic nerd who likes machinery more than man. And I don't know.
Yeah, and that's
it felt
it's actually a pretty popular character gimmick.
Yeah. So I don't know. I played the game. I had a fun time. I do think the one negative about the game is the desert. I don't think it's as bad as people make it out to be, but it's definitely a slow part. But I had a fun time. I liked the story. I liked the characters. I thought the world was great. And the game ends on a cliffhanger, which means hopefully we get Metroid Prime 5.
Yours is canceled.
No. What's your number 4, Robert?
I'm eating M&M's. Give me 1 second.
1. Also, the motorcycle was fun. I like vehicles in games. Like I like the Warthog in Halo.
I just think it's funny that we both put Metroid Prime 4 at 4.
Yeah, all
right,
fun.
It's time for me to yap about another game you guys haven't played.
Yippee!
My number 4 is not Metroid Prime 4.
What the heck?
But it was directly inspired by Metroid. Destiny 2, The Edge of Fate expansion. Really, really, really good story on that one, especially for Destiny. A lot of people didn't like the parts that were inspired by Metroid. I thought they were inoffensive. So it was good. It was good.
It's kind of funny.
I had a good time.
It's kind of funny that all of our number 4 spots were Metroid like
Related.
Adjacent.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, yeah, there's our glasses. I mean, here's one thing I'm gonna say though. Our new character who wears glasses, way better than the one I saw in Prime 4 though. Loda is a goat.
People hate Miles McKinley because he reminds them of themselves. I'm convinced of that.
I think people on the internet are just too unhappy. That's my personal opinion.
And to get into it, my number 3 is a game that made me very happy. Kirby Air Riders.
Kirby!
I love playing that game. I know that everyone else except for Jaxon hates that game. I love that game. It's so fun. The whole premise of that game is just being fun to play alone or with people. And doing city trials with Jaxon brought me right back to being like 8 and doing city trials where you just turn your brain off, collect stats, and then bully people. It's so fun. And then the events, which are always insane and change the entire flow of the match in the moment they appear, or they just don't do anything, depending on what the event is fun. And the racing is a little more in depth than you'd think for having a 2-button game. And overall, I will glaze that game because, yeah, it has passion. People wanted to make it, and I'd pretty much pick up and play it anytime if I was invited by Jaxon. I like playing it with friends more.
Invited by me.
The only downside about
You know-
Kirby Air Riders is now Sakurai is back into the dungeon and he has to make the next Smash Bros.
Smash Bros. Yeah, I would say that if I play Prime 4 more, there's a chance that Prime 4 gets like replaced by Kirby Air Riders and Prime 4 steps up a level. But as it is now, I have to put Kirby above it.
Yeah. I will say,
Especially because it introduced me to like the Galactic Nova memes, which are just pretty funny.
yeah, I will say to piggyback off of you is I've played a lot more Kirby Air Riders than you. Not the original, the new one. But yeah, the story mode was pretty fun and a little unexpected for being a Kirby game. I guess I haven't played that many, but you can tell the game was made by Sakurai. There's just every little detail, so many small things that didn't need to be expanded upon that just are. And like, if you just look at the game, surface level, you go, wow, this is a kid's game. Mario Kart clone, blah, blah, blah. But then you like actually look at the small details and you can tell Sakurai put his heart and soul into the game. It's very good. Anything else, Caden? Or was that all you had to say?
That's kind of everything. I just think it's one of the best. I think it is the best racing game that came out this year.
So, my number 3 game of 2025 is Mario Kart World. I'm a big Mario Kart fan. I've been playing Mario Kart ever since I was a kid. And in my opinion, this is the most this is the best Mario Kart racing has ever felt. I think obviously going from Mario Kart 8, which had like 112 courses, going back down to a base 32 courses was a bit of a whiplash, but every Mario Kart game starts out with 32. And I do think eventually they're going to update it to include more. I just don't know when. I'm also not too pressed on when that's going to happen because I've got plenty of other games. But man, the game just feels great. There's like 100 characters, half of them being minions that would have never gotten their time in the spotlight before. No Ninja though. I don't know why. But like I get to play as like Piranha Plant. Caden plays as stupid Cataquack. And then like knockout mode. Knockout mode is like the best new addition that Mario Kart has had in forever. Where you just race for a really long time and everyone in the back keeps getting eliminated. But like I said, I think this is Mario Kart at its best with in terms of technicality and what you can actually do.
I think it's funny that you follow up me saying I think Kirby Air Riders is the best racer of the year with Mario Kart World.
It was my number 3.
Which
My number 3,
which Mario Kart World, the only reason it didn't make my list is because having 2 racing games on the list feels weird, and I personally think it didn't do enough to like be super notable. It was a great game. Don't get me wrong, I like it. But the fact that we still have people in the friend group that are playing 8 for some reason.
yeah, it just has so much content. Rob, what is your number 3?
My number 3 is my yearly abusive addiction. Well, no, abusive relationship. Black Ops 7 is actually a lot of fun. I liked it. I like it a lot. Multiplayer is very good. I like that they're doing. They went back to pre-Modern Warfare 2019 matchmaking. Zombies is good. The campaign was kind of dookie, but it was the campaign, so who really gives a
Now,
multiplayer is good, feels good. It's a post Modern Warfare 2019 COD game, so
now I
not
understand.
a whole lot you can get out of it.
I understand why you didn't go after me for putting Pokemon in my top 5.
Hmm?
You didn't go after me for putting Pokemon
No,
in
no,
my
let-
top 5 because we both put yearly
I
swap.
I definitely would, because Black Ops 7 has somehow had more effort than Pokemon ZA.
Skibbity toilet
And
final
that's saying
boss.
something.
Skibbity toilet final boss.
I don't know. You like your slop and I like mine. We are the same. Two sides of different
Pigs
coins.
to the trow. Pigs to the trow.
This motherfucker doesn't know how to say trough. Get his ass.
The trowel.
Consume your slop, you little agents of corporate greed.
Hey, Pokemon technically not the greatest, but it had heart. We're past
Anyways,
that. We're on to number 2.
Number 2.
Oh, I know what it's
Which
gonna be.
this is one that's going to catch everyone, I think, off guard, except for the people that know me. Number 2 is Elden Ring Night Rain.
Oh,
Try to get his ass.
I'm actually surprised. I'm surprised by this.
Which I have 160 hours and counting. I'm still playing this game, which released over half a year ago and has been just still being played by me and a select few people in the group. And I haven't gotten bored of it yet. And the DLC that came out gave it more life. I love the combat of Elden Ring. I love the combat of Dark Souls. And taking that combat and boiling it down to a 45-minute run where it's feast or famine. You make cool builds, you push your individual characters to the limit, and then you either win or lose. That shit's fun. And I know that some of the big criticisms of the game is that it doesn't feel satisfying. Souls-like gameplay is meant to be methodical and slow, and you're supposed to be cautious. This is a TikTok game, and I'm like, shut up. First of all, if you play it stupidly, you will just die every night. You're never gonna get far. The routing takes experience, and the bosses are just as hard as a normal Souls-like game. And the funniest thing about them is they brought back the Dark Souls 1 runbacks. Because if you die to the final boss of a night in Night Rain, you got a 45-minute runback, baby.
Yeah.
So the tension when you are the last one left, because both your teammates have been downed, and you're trying to hold out and win the fight against a boss that's meant for 3 people, is fun. And the game is brilliant when it hits those moments, which it does often. My number 2 is Night Rain.
Dark Souls 1 Coven of Chaos would like to have a word. Or Bed of Chaos. Night Rain was kind of a surprise announcement from last year's Game Awards, actually. And then I remember I was excited for it, and then it came out a week before the Nintendo Switch, and that kind of killed most of my excitement. Because at that point, I didn't really have much desire to play. But then you, me, and Lance, we played it on stream a couple times, beat all the bosses. For me personally, that was enough. But that surprised me a bit. I honestly thought it would be your number 1.
No, you can't beat what's coming for number 1.
So, my number 2 game of 2025 is Hollow Knight Silksong. This was a game that was famously joked about that it was never gonna come out because they just completely stopped giving updates about the game. But I played the original Hollow Knight back in 2020 and absolutely loved it, and was waiting for obviously the sequel. And then I replayed Hollow Knight last year and truly did everything in the game, and I went through the entire pantheon of Hollowness, defeated every single boss on its hardest difficulties. So I was super excited for Silksong, and then it was Shadow announcement. They're like, yeah, the game's coming out in 2 weeks. And then the game came out, and I basically played the game for an entire week. Because Silksong is one of those games. It's it's one of those it's a platformer Souls-like, and a lot of times I find myself with Souls-likes, like they're like some of the few games I can actually marathon for like a long period of time. So I think I played 65 hours in the span of 2 weeks, and I beat the game 100%. I did not do the speed run or the Steel Soul. I'm waiting for maybe Silksong's version of God Home to replay the game. But I had a fun time with it, but I do think I enjoyed OG Hollow Knight more. And that's why I put it down at 2, because I was struggling between 1 and 2, but ultimately I decided to put it at 2. Grub?
Wow.
Well, I already know what Caden's number 1 is, so we'll get back to it.
So number 2 was the other Destiny expansion that came out, Renegades. Renegades was an official Star Wars crossover, which was pretty cool because it means I got to use a lightsaber in Destiny, and I'm probably never unequipping it now.
The year.
Kept going straight from the last expansion. Really cool. I think the Star Wars crossover elements were all super tasteful. Story was a lot of fun. Lore it introduced was really cool. Overall, don't really have anything negative to say about it. The Helldivers mode was really cool. So, yeah, it was more good. So,
From an outsider's perspective, my opinion, for you, it was definitely the year of Destiny. I think you.
well, I didn't play a whole lot of games this year, so like I play the Destiny expansions every year, and there was 2 expansions this year, and I didn't play a whole lot else.
Yeah.
So
I just think like every previous year, I knew like a couple people had played, but especially this year, I noticed I'm like you guys were playing like a lot, pretty much every single month. So
well, no, yeah, it's because we finally got the raid team together, which is nice because now we actually have a big group to sit down and go through the group content
the
with.
squad.
So
Wow, that is our number 2 games of the year. Caden, your number 1 game of 2025.
Hollow Knight Silksong.
Wow.
And the reason that it's my number 1 is because, for one, didn't play Clair Obscure Expedition 33, so I wouldn't know if it's better. And 2, Hollow Knight Silksong, in my opinion, improved upon everything Hollow Knight did. I loved Hollow Knight as a game. I liked Silksong more. I thought like Farloom as a world was like way more interesting than Hollow Nest. The fact that like you'd go to these villages and like throughout the game they'd change, and obviously the big Act 3 reveal, where everything kind of goes crazy. It hooked me, and the bosses were all just fantastic. It was way harder than Hollow Knight, and I think that was to its like benefit because everyone who played Hollow Knight played Silksong, and if it was as easy as Hollow Knight, or if it was the same level as Hollow Knight, I don't think it would have been as fun. I think the game being harder served it better. I thought Hornet was neat. I thought that the world was neat. I thought the game was neat. I don't think there's anything to be said, in my opinion, that's negative about Hollow Knight.
Yeah. And that was I went back and forth trying to decide which one would be my number 1. Ultimately, like I said, there was a lot of debate, but I think my number 1 game of 2025 was Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour.
how do we ban this guy from a server? Here?
I knew he was gonna joke about it too, so now the real number 1's coming.
If you guys have heard me talk before, I'm sure you guys know, but my number 1 game for this year was Donkey Kong Bonanza. it was a complete surprise. I think it was literally announced in February out of nowhere, and it was the first 3D Donkey Kong game in like 25 years, and I didn't really have many expectations for it. And then it just kept getting closer to release, and more stuff kept getting announced. I'm like, this game looks pretty fun. And the game came out. It's made by the same team who made Odyssey, and I had a complete blast from beginning to end. It was so fun and joyful, and it reminded me of when I was younger and there were less stressful things to care about. And I mean, it's just polished, and the final quarter of that game is chef's kiss. It will be impossible to forget for the rest of my life. It was really amazing, which is why it bums me out that Caden did not finish it.
It was not that it was a bad game. Like I found Bonanza to be fine, but nothing. I don't know, man. Odyssey's gameplay hooked me more. That's all I can really say.
Yeah.
I didn't feel the same level of enjoyment that I got from past Mario platformers, and that's kind of what I went into it expecting. So when I didn't get it, I just it didn't hook me the same way.
Yeah. And it's funny because that is what I got, is that level of like enjoyment that other 3D Marios have given me. And that's why it was just a complete surprise. I was not expecting it from a Donkey Kong game. Because like I've played Donkey Kong Country and Donkey Kong Country Returns, and they're pretty fun. Because they're very like technical and difficult platformers. But yeah, this new Donkey Kong, and he had like a whole new design, and Pauline was a kid, and um all the
Why
transformations.
is that a positive for you?
I meant like that's I meant like why? Why is Pauline now a child? the the
What?
lore
You
implications.
better explain
The lore
yourself.
implications, bro.
Lore implications, huh?
Don't be a freak. Pauline is
I
precious.
got Chris Hansen on
What?
speed dial.
Yeah.
I got Chris Hansen on speed
Chris
dial.
Hansen?
Yeah, he'll take a break from suing Roblox to come at you, bro.
Yeah, I had fun, and I think it's definitely it's easily my favorite game on Switch 2 right now. And I still go back and forth of whether I liked Odyssey or Bonanza more, but it's fun, and I'm excited to see what 3D Mario team does next, because obviously they're working on the next Mario, and I'm hoping it's Galaxy 3, because that would be awesome. But Rob, what is your number one game of 2025?
Number one game of 2025 was a game I forgot came out in 2025, and I could have sworn came out last year. 100 Line Last Defense Academy was really cool. It's a Kodaka game. I really like Kodaka's writing, even though I haven't played Raincode yet. But it was really cool. I feel like Kodaka always does really well with these random bullshit mysteries that make no sense until they make perfect sense. And that so you take like Kodaka's writing and combine it with a Fire Emblem game, and then go, yeah, by the way, Kodaka wrote like a ton of novels worth of like script for this, and there's actually 100 endings to this game. Man, like there was soul in that, and it was fun. I liked it a lot. I haven't got all the endings. I need to go back and do that at some point. It's just a lot to try and get 100 endings to a game back to back. But no, definitely absolute incredible
And
banger.
if you do
So-
one ending a week, you'll get there in 2 years. About 2 years.
It takes a while to get one of those endings, bro.
Yeah.
It takes a while to get one of those endings. Because I'm not gonna lie, I got the first ending, which was the first and second half of the game back to back, and I had to like step away from it for a while.
Mhm.
So it's just, oh man, there's still so much content in that game that I have to do since I've only got the first,
You know, it's funny, and I don't.
or not the first ending, but like the one ending I've got out of the other 100.
Yeah. I don't even know if you remember, but in our first podcast episode, when we were talking about Switch, you mentioned 100 line.
I very well
Yeah,
could have.
I think you were playing it at that time. Which,
Probably.
yeah, it's on my watch list because obviously I beat Danganronpa 2 this year, and that game was really cool. So I've got it on my watch list. I just don't know when I'll get around to it. Probably won't be for a while.
Probably after we watch that show.
That's true. I still have a couple more things in the Danganronpa stuff. /watch/play.
Gosh, remember when they announced a remake of Danganronpa 2 right as he was going to finish it?
Yeah, I remember that.
Oh,
So that was 2025. It was a pretty crazy year for gaming. Pretty packed. Obviously there's still some stuff I want to play. Like I'm gonna play Clair Obscur sometime this winter. I don't know if anyone else in our friend group is gonna play it. I know Cohen played it. He liked it a lot.
at some point.
Are you gonna play it, Caden? Because it's
I don't know.
according to the Game Awards, it's the best game to ever release.
I kind of want to give it a try, but it's a matter of like I don't know if I'd enjoy
I mean,
it.
if you want to play JRPGs in chronological order, you have to start with Final Fantasy VII, the PS1 version.
Mm-hmm.
Then you can play Persona 5, and then you can play Clair Obscur.
Yeah, so that is the nice.
Then you get the whole
That
experience.
is the nice thing about JRPGs is that it's such a small genre with only 3 games. So you can
Yeah,
it's pretty easy to knock out. It's not like shooter, with a million games.
Yeah, no, it's like video games in general. How we literally just went from like Mario, like Super Mario Bros, the first one on the NES, to The Last of Us on PS4.
Yeah.
Like I don't even know what they were doing with those first 3 PlayStations, like because I mean there was no games until The Last of Us came out.
All right, something I do need to say, and it's just a little ironic, but I'm a big Xenoblade fan, and for years, this Caden guy has been telling me to play Xenoblade Chronicles X. He's been glazing it beyond compare. And earlier this year, they remade the game with a couple additions. And Caden for years was telling me, man, if they ever remake that game, I'm going to play it and I'm going to play like 1,000 hours of it. How's that going, Caden?
I have not played it very much, but you are a fake Xenoblade fan.
I'm not.
I will say.
I'm going to play that
You
this
are.
winter also.
Real Xenoblade fans finish the
Real
game.
Xenoblade fans play the trilogy.
So that they can be like, oh, we'll get another game now.
No. I bought it and I'm playing
What?
it currently. Yeah, I don't know. Your argument is terrible. Last thing I want to end on. And this is kind of a curveball. Because it is December, end of the year. We are moving into 2026. And I'll start to give you guys time. But is there anything going into the next year you are going to try to work on or improve? And starting off, I will say I'm going to try 2 things. And you might laugh at one of them. One, obviously, I'm trying to do the whole video thing a little bit more. So I'm going to try to be a little more consistent. Because normally there's about a 9-month stretch. 9-month. I'm having a stroke. 9-month stretch where I do nothing. But I'm going to try to be a little more consistent. Just because I like making videos and I like doing this podcast with you guys. And the other thing is I'm going to try to be a little less angry. Don't laugh.
That's a good
Try to
goal.
be a little less angry and try to just not let things bother me. But
I mean, my goal for last year was to like the big thing I was doing last year was attempting to like expand the reaches of D&D with the West March. Mainly because there were people who wanted to play, but we always have to say no to them, and I wanted to give those people a shot. I did that. I don't really have a goal for next year though. I mean, other than just to do more stuff. play more games. I don't want to have a strong defined one yet.
Rob, did you have one?
Survive until Fate of the Old Republic comes out.
That's a good one. Don't worry, only 2030, according to the
Yeah,
one guy,
at least 2030.
which means probably
At least 2030.
2035. Well,
Yeah.
it's been a good talk. It was interesting hearing your guys' top fives. I think we had a pretty good 2025, and I don't do it well with this sentimental stuff. I'm looking forward to the next year. Any final words?
Me too.
This is a threat.
Not particularly.
Bye.